annoying. And I just think he's overachieving. I think Dustin is an overachiever, and he's done well to do it. I think the Conor fights, the last two Conor fights, have been a golden ticket for him, and now he's everyone's favorite fighter. Nah, for me, he's still a bum in my eyes. I'm sorry.
Gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about
we went left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, you know, so.
And then we've got one more fight off in terms of we're just going to cover the top three. Yeah. Hype. We've got the People's Championship event. I'll call this Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler.
Right.
Let's go.
On this one, is it just me? I don't know if it's just me, but the events of the last card, they just made me feel like this fight is just some just like, it's just, I don't know. It just made me feel like, what's the point? Like, whoever wins, there's no point in what's going to happen next. I feel like
why?
Just
because
the levels are just so far. Like, it's just, whatever. Chandler wins, whatever. I'm almost like at the whatever stage. Like, yeah. I mean,
you're not excited to see what could happen, though.
I am. No, don't get me wrong.
Good fight,
don't get me wrong.
Are you talking about the implications afterwards?
What it means for the winner and the loser. It's almost like you
means nothing.
If you don't.
It means nothing. This is just a just bleed fight. That's all it is. It's
exactly what I was going to say. This is
for us,
this is
for the
all about the blood.
That's it. But yeah, I want to see it.
I mean, of course I want to see it. I mean, Chandler's coming off that disgusting head kick of Ferguson. Like, his last fight, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like,
okay.
Still, the front kick, no?
That front kick, yeah.
Okay.
Where he aged him by 20 years. Aged him by 20 years. And obviously, Poirier's coming off getting submitted by the former champ with a name.
Has he not fought since then?
Charlie Olives.
No,
this is his. Oh gosh, this is his first fight this year.
Is it? Man's trying to make money outside, isn't he?
That was December last year, and he got submitted. And then before that, obviously, he had the win over McNugget.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. No, for me, I don't like Dustin. I'll be very honest. I do not like Dustin. You've said this for
a while though. So what's
I don't like
about
it.
him. Go on.
Go on, get it out.
It's something about him, and I'm still not convinced. Like, even a fight where he beat Dan Hooker, I'm just like, Dan Hooker could have beaten him. Just some small adjustments. When he beat who else did he beat recently?
He lost to Khabib before the Dan Hooker one.
He lost to Khabib before. Okay. And it was just, and the Conor one, I'm just like...
And he beat Max. I think you were thinking about Max.
He beat Max, yeah. He beat Max as well. And again, I was very annoyed because that was Max's time. He could have done the double champ thing. And it was just annoying. And I just think he's overachieving. I think Dustin is an overachiever. And he's done well to do it. I think the Conor fights, the last two Conor fights, have been a golden ticket for him. And now he's everyone's favorite fighter. Nah, for me, he's still a bum in my eyes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You've always said it since day one, though. So
it's just something about it. And he beat Gaethje, didn't he?
This is our boy Marty in full action.
Oh, he beat Gaethje as well. But that was a while ago. And I think if they fought,
that was a fight, though.
It was a fight, and I think if they fought again, I think Gaethje would beat him. But I'm just, But I don't know. I don't trust Chandler to actually get the job done. I just don't.
He also got Alvarez out of there. Remember when he just poured it on?
Yeah, Alvarez was on his way.
That was straight after Gaethje.
He did. I mean, fair dues.
Flowers. I mean, you're looking at his record now. Like, he's got and I know what you mean, but mate, the scalps don't lie. Pettis,
it's
true. Beat Pettis. That's a TKO.
Lightweight,
he beat Gaethje, but Gaethje, that's a TKO. He beat Alvarez, that's a TKO. He beat Holloway, decision. His only loss is Khabib. In his last 1, 2, 3, 4,
he's lost to the
5,
champions
6, 7, 8, 9.
And Oliveira.
The champions.
Yeah, okay. And I mean,
yeah, of course.
Fair dues. And I think maybe because, I don't know, maybe because that Conor lost when he was at what's it called, featherweight. But again, weight classes mean a lot. People can be different in different weight classes. And okay, maybe I am just underdoing him sort of thing. But I don't know. I'm just not convinced because for me, he's not even the best of the rest. It's like even Chandler or them, they're not even the best of the rest because Oliveira's the best of the rest.
True.
But for me, I do think he'll win. I actually do think he'll win. But I think it'll be a nice fight. I think it'll be a good fight.
I think so too. I agree. I think Poirier will win because of the stand-up. I think he's a much more accomplished fighter in the stand-up, and his takedown defense is sufficient enough to like deter Chandler from continuously going, because we know what Chandler's going to try to do. He's just going to try wrestle him to the ground and dominate him from the bottom. But I think his takedown defense is just good enough to deal with it. And when they're on the feet, I don't think it's a contest. I think Poirier is just much better. He's the cleaner boxer.
He's to be honest, he is super clean with it. And if you go back and I'll send you a link with just his highlights, 6 minutes of highlights, and then you realise that he's clean, he's efficient. Honestly, he's like, he doesn't, when he's throwing hands, he doesn't waste. He's not missing. He's getting it's clean every single time.
It's with power as well. It's with bad intention.
Whereas Chandler is, you can tell. Oh my gosh! Remember when he was just loading up against Gaethje, like loading up to the extent where he was missing and falling over. Like I've never seen anyone at that level load up so inefficiently. Imagine you're loading up, you're missing, and you're falling on the floor.
The game's evolved past that, man.
He's too technical. Poirier's too technical for that, I think.
So, I at the same time, I'm kind of thinking. I mean, Chandler's got to have a lot on his tank because he hasn't won 2 on the bounce in the UFC yet.
Yeah, it's true.
So
and he's only a freshie. He's only a freshie still.
Yeah, this is only going to be his 5th fight in the UFC. But he beat Hooker and woohoo, and then he lost to Charlie Olives. Then he lost to Gaethje, and then he came back and beat Ferguson. So I'm like, what, 2 for 2 records? Not really, you know what I mean? Considering all the hype, and hence why the Gaethje one was close. Made where a lot of the fighters don't even like him because they're like, why have you got he's apparently getting all this money, he's got this profile, but he's 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Some people get the chances, opportunities.
Enough fire in his belly to maybe do something special against Poirier, because if he loses again, to me, he's just like. Yeah, whatever. You're a cowboy at the later part of his career. You're just up, down. You're never really going to be a contender.
I don't think either of these two guys are. I think
Chandler's got to be given. I think Poirier's on the way down.
Yeah,
I think Chandler is as well. But in the eyes of the UFC, they've only just brought him in.
Got you.
Yeah.
They need it. If he goes on a 1 of 2, 3, he's going to get thrown in.
Thrown into what? To be flipping molds.
Yeah.
Hey, these are the lambs. These are both for the sacrificial lambs.
Actually, you might want to get thrown out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, like, this is what I mean by, like, I think Chandler, the way he came in with such a buzz. It wasn't his first thing being
he was a backup.
To be was, I can't remember what it was. So that got everyone upset.
Yeah, Fight Island.
Yeah, that got everyone upset about it. And then like his mic game is what doesn't help him in terms of
it's straight up from the WWE. Not even WWE.
Nah, it's good though. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I like it as well.
I like him.
The energy he brings to it is actually sick, but
it's true.
I can see why people would not like it. I can see why.
I think something else we discussed is we think this little beef between the two of them has been manufactured.
Yeah, it's come from nothing. It's really come from nothing at the end of the day. And like when you saw them, was it on DC's channel or DC and RC, whatever, when they had both of them on, and basically just like, oh, you've disrespected me. Oh no, that's what it was. It was basically Dustin. Somebody asked Dustin, would he like fight Chandler? He was just like, well, why would I fight Chandler? Like when he's not fought anyone, he's new to the UFC sort of thing, and now the shoe's on the other foot. He's had a few losses, and so it's just
the thing is, apparently the word is from why I listen to podcasts and stuff, people don't like Chandler because they think he's fake. That's what the thing is. Like he presents himself to be a babyface, but in reality, he's not what he presents himself to be. And that's why, if you remember, Gaethje doesn't like him at all. So that's where the origins of that.
But could it just be a little bit of jealousy and envy because he's come in and
that's what I mean. That's what Chandler
he's come in and he's at the top of the table essentially in the sense of the money and the profile he was given from day one.
That's what Chandler says.
He didn't have to worry about coming into the UFC and building himself up. He was like thrown in top 5 basically, where everyone else just started outside the rankings, had to get up the rankings. So I can see that level of jealousy and envy where. Who's this guy?
Yeah, but he was a Bellator champ at the time. He was a Bellator champ, I'm sure, when they bought him.
He was a name. He was one of the hottest free agents in the market. He was.
People need to get over themselves. Just do you. Focus on your own work and get to the top.
The egos are at play, though. You know, there's a lot of big egos at play for sure. So, from the sounds of it, it looks like we're all leaning towards a Poirier.
Yes,
victory.
I mean, I don't really care who wins, but like I said, the reasons I said at the beginning of the segment. But...
Does the fact that it's 3 rounds, though, not make it a little bit more open? There's no championship rounds, it's 3 rounds. Yeah. Does that favour any of the fighters in particular?
Not for Chandler. Chandler fights the same anyway. Like, he's literally all 100 miles per hour.
Absolute gunslinger.
Yeah. And if he favours anyone, I think he favours Poirier. I think because he can pace himself, and I can see, like you say, Chandler misses so wide, by so much.
Scary.
Like, it's just, Poirier will just take his time. He'll know that he'll be given a chance to land something devastating.
If Chandler lands, is Poirier taking it?
That's the thing.
I think so.
I think so. I give him that because he's got a good chin, Poirier. At lightweight, he's got a good chin.
I think so. I remember the reason why that brings to mind is the Conor fight. The second one.
Yeah.
Because Conor was landing. It was landed cleanly, and Poirier was not moving.
Just stood there.
So, yeah, I think so. And I don't think Chandler has that type of concussive power in.
I mean, he makes it look like he has because of the way he does. I don't think he has either.
I think he does.
Some of these swings like that, though, like
I'd argue
you're losing some of that efficiency before it even lands.
You're losing a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but when it's hit,
Oliveira is more powerful than Chandler in terms of just purely because of his technique.
Because of the technique, yeah, but he's got that power, Chandler. Come on.
No,
the way he beats Dan Hooker, the way he beat.
It's like Gaethje. Gaethje makes you think he's powerful based on how he
gives and takes.
Yeah. But I don't know. When was the last time he's actually knocked someone out concussively, like a walk-off knockout?
Chandler.
Yeah.
Ferguson with the kick.
No, that's the kick. I'm on about the hands.
But he did do Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker. He spotted a temple shot, and then Dan Hooker probably took too many. Like from the first shot,
massively.
Taking up 5 or 6. So I would say I'd count that as concussive. The referee was just too slow.
True.
When it's Poirier, and then that's the thing when the shoe's on the other foot. When is Poirier knocked out somebody clean?
No, I'm not saying Poirier has power like that. I'm just saying Chandler portrays himself to be this sort of,
Iron Mike. That's his name,
exactly,
isn't it?
exactly.
I want to see it though.
Oh no, we're calling not even the grudge match, the blood match.
Blood, that's it. Just bleed, baby.
This is the blood match.
Are you not entertained?
This is the blood match. This is like the entree before the co-mains. And it's very nicely positioned on the card. So Madison Square Gardens is going to be iconic. So what round are we thinking? Are we going Poirier decision or knockouts or submission?
There's a lot of round 2s in this prediction this episode. I'm going Poirier 2, round 2.
What, knockout?
You think it's gonna be a finish?
I think it's gonna be a finish.
Come on, that's not happening. It's not happening.
Unless he can't take Chandler's takedowns. If he can, I think he'll finish him.
No, for me, it's a decision written on it. It's a Gaethje Chandler war. I think maybe not as bad as that because Poirier is more technical. But Chandler does it by split decision. Oh, not split decision. Oh no, sorry, no Poirier. What am I talking about? Poirier does it by split decision, I think. But I want to see Chandler get the KO. I do.
You want to see Chandler get the KO? Oh gosh.
Yeah, I like Chandler, man. He's just got his second. He's just adopted his second kid as well. Whatever he's portraying, I'm bought into it, man.
Yeah,
all American black kids. Come on, what are you talking about? How do you want him to lose, man?
That's what I'm saying. We got 2 black kids. The other way, but nah, man.
This is hilarious, the bias. I love it.
All like heart attacks sitting over here.
Shut the front door. Shut the front door.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Alisal, Lord Soggy, Obasoggy. What are you doing?
I don't want to go with the grain. I'm going to play Jesus Advocate, and I'm going to go Chandler. This split decision.
Okay.
Going Chandler split decision. I think Chandler's got to show. He's got to show why the UFC paid the bucks, big bucks for him. If he doesn't in this fight, just get. I'm never going to cover you again. So for me, it's like, no. For me, it's this is it. This is it. Like for me, it's like if you want to play with the big boys, then you need to beat Poirier. You need to beat. I agree. They're both doing that, especially when you talk about Islam and the Charlie Olives. another level.
Different stratosphere.
Neither of these fighters are going to be fighting for the title next or even after that or after that. But for me, if Chandler wants to hang around this realm, he has to win. So I'm going split decision Chandler, only because he's got so much to lose. And yeah, if Poirier doesn't doesn't get him out of there and leaves it to the judges, I can see Chandler doing enough to sway, because he stays busy. And I'm just thinking, as efficient as Poirier is if it goes to the decision, is Chandler going to get it based on busyness? Yeah, and he always goes forward. For sure, yeah. He never takes a step back. So if it goes decision for me, it could actually go against Poirier.
It's a good point.
Fair. So, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, he's not mad at that.
No, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Because Poirier can look.
He's not mad at that because Poirier loses.
Yeah, exactly.
Try some of this Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh, but no, super excited. 281.
Indeed.
Is it the last big numbered event of the year? Or
I think 282. There's 282 as well. I think comes in December.
With the light heavyweights.
Yeah, Proska, Glover.
Got ya. So we'll be back with another numbered event for the year end. Probably, take a bit of a break and chill with our Bellator friends for a little bit.
It's what we got to do, isn't it? Bellator bringing the heat. But this is just a few shout outs. This is a sick card. CKB, 4 fighters on the card. Brad Riddell, Dan Hooker's back at lightweight as well. Who else? Carlos Ulburg, I think, starts at the first prelims. So they're coming in force. New Zealand takeover. We've also got
a lot of them. There is a lot of them. Yes, they've already landed in New York. I saw it on their I saw it on their channel. Stuff.
It's true. And we've already got our own Britain's own, Liverpool's own Molly Mccann.
Yes, on the prelims.
He's back fighting, yeah. We've got Frankie Edgar fighting. We've got it's an absolutely stacked card from top to bottom as well. It's going to be some good fights.
No, for sure. And I'm just gonna do some shout outs to my my Bellator friends.
Let's go.
Alfie Ronald Davis, big victory last weekend. He needs that money to secure the nappies for his 7-month-old bubba.
If you're in the shoulders, Alfie, you're more than welcome.
Alfie. Big up yourself. Tim Wild in the same camp. Renegade from Birmingham.
Renegade,
I think he's from Wolverhampton. Big up Wolverhampton. Tim Wild. Massive win last weekend. Also Stephen Hill. Was his name Stephen Hillbilly Hill? Love that. Big up yourself. Another winner from last weekend. And obviously Leon's brother, Headshot Brap. Fabian Edwards as well. Big up yourself. Right, would love to speak to all of you. Would love to cover you. Come to your next training camps and just support. And absolutely love the love that you gave us last weekend as well. Absolutely. So thank you very much to all the winners.
It's all vibes on this side, man.
All good. Indeed. And we're gonna before we jump off. Again, we sound like everyone else. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. We're gonna keep the content coming.
Down below. That's it.
Comment. Let's engage. We always answer all comments, and it's all fun and games. But 281 next weekend. Cannot wait. Come on, Izzy. Boom. Come on, Stylebender.
Niger.
Peace. King's Court over and out. Oh, sorry, over and out.
Over. It's a wrap.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about
Left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, so.